What's up, y'all? It's Mancilia. I just wanted to mention quickly, finished up my second stream for the day. I don't remember streaming earlier. So that's the ideal. Streaming in two chunks. One in like early afternoon around 3, 4 p.m. And then taking a break to get dinner done for the girls. And then clean up. And then go for a walk if we have time. And then after that, kind of like stream, record, batch record or stuff like that until about 11. It's 11:08 now. Things were a little bit behind today because we did take extra time when we went out earlier, which is good. It's fine. But I also woke up late. Well, I woke up at like at 9 from a very, very disgusting, atrocious dream that I never wish to speak of. It'll always be in my mind now because it was that disturbing. Elon Musk was in it, and he was not a good man. But hey, it was just a dream. It was a nightmare, really. What I wanted to talk about was just how like executing a plan feels, and it just feels so good. Jordan Peterson, he teaches, or I learned from him that like the positive emotion that a person is rewarded with comes from goals, and the higher the meaning of the goal, like if it means more to you, the higher it will elicit positive emotion. And so to me, this is like really something that means a lot to me, to be able uh to shift from someone who is very low in industriousness trait, like someone who doesn't take a look at, like, let me just read it for you guys like real quick, because it's like the best way to describe what it is, how I feel, and how things are for me. Is it this one? Is it this one? Let me just quickly check. Agreeable, moderately low, compassion high. Yeah, this one's mine. Okay, I'm gonna switch it over to here. Like if you take a look at so I said conscientiousness is moderately low at 25th percentile, because of my exceptionally low industriousness, but it balances out with my moderately high orderliness. But just focusing on industriousness on this snippet here. So again, at the 4th percentile for industriousness, if I were of 100 people in a room, I would be lower in industriousness than 95 of them, higher in industriousness than 4 of them. So I can beat 4 people in industriousness. But that's what this plan is about. This is why I'm like talking about this. But let me just read this. For people who are low in industriousness, and there are other factors too, but I'm just talking about this. People who are exceptionally low in industriousness are extremely unlikely to be successful in school. It was very hard for me. And in administrative and managerial positions. It becomes very hard to manage myself when I need to sit down and create a plan. But I finally come to a place where I create a plan that both works for me, like the me that wants to have a good time and relax, and the managerial me. We finally come to a deal. Okay, particularly if they're also less intelligent. If they are highly intelligent, they will almost certainly be regarded as underachievers by themselves and others. My family, like relatives, give off that, like not only in words but in vibes, just like, oh, he could have been something better. So yeah, they don't regard work as worthwhile or important. I didn't, but I do now. It's a little late, but better late than never. Are almost certain to procrastinate, miss deadlines, or fail to complete assignments or projects completely. That used to be me all the time. It's just like, don't count on me, bro. I just come and go as the wizard goes and comes. They shirk all responsibility, concentrating on fun, worry, relationships, excitement, or creative endeavor. Which is why I'm so glad that I've finally been able to strike a deal with my managerial self as to like, okay, you want to be creative, you need to follow a structure. We are going to implement the stuff that you want to do creatively in that structure, okay? And so I've had to really, really bargain with myself and actually come to a point where it's like, yes, we'll do that. I'll follow a stupid schedule if we can do this, and if we can have it like be fluid. If we can make the schedule be fluid, I'll be fine with that. If we can change it at a drop's notice, fine. But I'll follow it to a T if like we can both, like the managerial person in me doesn't try to trick me, and I'm actually convinced that the managerial part in me is like looking out for the best of me, which I am convinced. I am convinced that the parent in me is just wants the best for the fun in me. And so that's where it is. They aren't people with low on industriousness. They aren't all concerned with or interested in schedules, timelines, or efficiency, and are unlikely to complete their tasks, even if supervised excessively. They lack focus and are far too easily and continually distracted. That's why I can't do jobs. I can't be micromanaged by a superior, a supervisor. I just, if I feel at all that they are incompetent in any single way, whatever, I'm just like, nah, I'm out. I'm not going to do this. And that's not good for employers. That's not good for a business. Not fair to the business. Not fair to me to be there. It's not fair to anybody. So I can't do that. There have been positions that I have had jobs where I was barely watched, and I was just told like, okay, I was taught in the beginning, this is what we do. We got to do this. This is how you do this. Do you have any questions? Let me know. Go ahead and do what you got to do. If I got to reach to you, just make sure you pick up the phone. That was it. And then I was off to the races, and it was a good job. I was delivering lobsters, live lobsters. I had to go to the airport, grab crates of live lobster, bring them back to the shop, individually take them out, put them in the respective size tanks, wrap their freaking claws in bands so they don't chop my digits off. And yeah, it was all me. I had to make sure the water levels were clean and everything, and then I had to go put them on ice in packages and deliver them to high, like 5-star restaurants all over the downtown area, and get the invoices done and everything like that. It was amazing. It was just like I was in charge of it. I was in charge of everything. The reason that I don't have that anymore is because I clashed with certain, let's just say, the owner and I did not see eye to eye on certain issues, ethically, whatever. Anyways, that's in the past. I would have done things differently, but anyways, like I said, it's still in the past. People exceptionally low in industrious are not at all judgmental to themselves or others. They continually and habitually let people, including themselves, off the hook. They insist that people fail not because they don't apply themselves or work hard, but because chance and luck play the only determining roles. I used to think that, like, oh, it's chance. So it's like, oh, God will bless whoever he blesses. So what am I supposed to do? Fight against God's, like, no, but like now I understand God blesses, or there is luck that comes upon those who work hard more easily than those who don't work hard. That's what I understand now. And so they are very resistant to guilt, self-disgust, or self-contempt. Not me. I am very self-contemptuous. I am very self-disgusted, and I have totally laissez-faire, whatever will be attitude towards life. Yeah, so that's just like me in a nutshell in that trait, industriousness. And like I'm really happy that I've been able to find a deal with myself to create like this system where I it's basically okay, so what I have on my wall, I don't know if you can see it. It's like from 11:30 to about 2 is like creative work, 3.5 hours. Then I get a break, check on the girls. Then for 2 hours, do some more creative work, then another break for 2 hours for like home stuff, and then 3 hours. So altogether, it's 3, 6, 7, 8.5 hours of creative work. I want it to be longer, but I need to start. I need to give myself better sleep. Which now it's 11 o'clock. It's actually 11, almost 11:20 now. I'm gonna end this video real quick. I just wanted to make this video so I could upload it to my Life in Pieces channel, my daily vlog. I'm just seeing if I can do this, and we'll see how far it gets. It's just, saying whatever I'm thinking about at the moment. And since it's near the end of the day, I'll do it now. And yeah, I'm just so happy. It feels so good to be able to, make a checklist of the things that you got to do today. And then that positive emotion just continues, and it spirals you upwards. And I just encourage anyone else that's in a low mood and doesn't know what to do in life, just start small. Just kind of like make small efforts. Like even if it's just do one push-up a day. Like I'm serious. Just one is enough. Or just plank for like 10 seconds. Or get out of bed. earlier or sit up earlier, like as small as possible. But you can do one small change, and don't try to do too much at once. Know your limits, play within it. That's what the gambling people say. But anyways, that's it. I'm just happy to share this with you all. Hopefully it helps somebody. Hope you guys have a good night, good day, good whatever time it is for you. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. See ya.